Hi everyone, today I have a review of the Australian Toy Story 2 McDonald's toys. These were released in 1999, and believe it or not, these might look strange and odd just considering the normal McDonald's toys. Um, but a weird thing about this is that Toy Story 2 had three different sets of toys made. One that it was released in the US, which is probably the most well known. One that was released in Europe and is almost completely different. I think Jesse's the only one that kind of is the same. And then this series that was only ever released in Australia and is very bizarre to say the least. Um, One of which is because like all of the licensing, all of the branding, even on the packages themselves, they state that like these were released in 1999, but the toys themselves have the little copyright logo and that it says 2000, which is just weird. And this set is just super strange, to be honest. So let's get into it. So I don't really think these are numbered, so I'm just gonna start with Woody here. Um, I was trying to figure out what his face reminded me of, and then I remembered it looks almost kind of like or shaped like a little toy soldier thing from the 1800s, which is kind of funny. I don't know. I think it's just the shape of his head. I don't know. He actually comes with two pieces. He comes with that and the hat itself, and essentially, let me just show you the back. There is a little lever on the back. You can see the pull string is kind of pushed off to the side, which is interesting. But essentially, you just take this hat. There's like a little divot in the hat there. You pop it into the actual thing itself, and then you pull the lever back on this side, and he wiggles his arms around, which is pretty fun, and he can remove his hat and put it back on. This is honestly kind of pretty fun to just mess around with. It's super simple, but I like it. Next up, we have Ham. Um, just a very basic standard toy. Let me see if I can show you. I mean, yeah, there it says copyright 2000, which is not. Yeah, copyright 2000 Disney, which is I guess these were released in 1999, and um, I'm not sure why they have that logo on there. Just a very basic toy. However, if you take the tail here, you push it in, and he rotates his head. Next up, we have Buzz. And this is probably my favorite in the set just because of how bizarre and off model he is. Look at that face there. How is that Buzz Lightyear? The helmet is also quite strange itself. Um, Most of the actual coloring is essentially just green. There is more or less nothing else on it other than these green colors. And I guess the whole feature that he had was that if you push this little button here, these bits light up, and I'm assuming they're probably orange. Why I say I'm assuming is because they no longer function, because there wasn't a tab or anything on this Buzz. It was just kind of, you know, you were supposed to get it back in 1999 when the batteries were still functional, and now they're not because it's like 20 years later. And finally, we have Bullseye. So he is stuck in this crouched position permanently, as the legs cannot actually be rotated. Neither can the back ones. But yeah, you can see he's very basic. Although he's probably the most on model that this set gets. And if you push his tail up, his head rotates a little bit. So yeah, pretty interesting. But yeah, that was the set of four of the Australian exclusive McDonald's Toy Story 2 toys. Very bizarre. Just because of their simplicity, because of their uncanniness, I guess. It's just it's just very odd. They're just very strange, and I find that fascinating. Cause I don't know. It's just so weird. Buzz especially. I don't. how so weird. But yeah, that was it. I finally made this. I was intending on making this like Monday, and I just have been too busy to make it. So that was it. Like and subscribe if you want. I don't really care if you do or not. And I'll see you later.